Is that alright? Yeah? I don't know, is it a posh thing or?
We've
got like P's and Q's.
YouTube, innit? You know what I mean?
Oh, is it? Sweet.
Yeah,
So there's no rules.
Yeah.
You're not going to bleep. Can we swear or?
No. Only if it requires it.
No need, is it? My mum might see it.
Right, Andrew, Ciaran, fantastic.
Right, Andrew. His Sunday name.
Right.
You've been naughty.
Why Barney?
Oh, I've had that nickname since I was about 11. Barney McHugh, Andrew McHugh.
Oh, right.
So it's not a funny story, it's a true fact.
But obviously famous for, because I interview boxers, and you're the guy who started it all off around here. Probably,
oh yeah, I was the first man to interview a boxer, me.
No, but you know, in the manner that everyone's used to now, you know what I mean? It was much more relaxed and casual. It wasn't like interviews. You just had a chat with them and had a bit of fun.
Yeah. I tell you what, the very first, are you on about Seconds Out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very first episode, do you know who my guest was?
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
There's no fucker watching, but yeah.
Was he was Gary Beston and not Mickey McGuire, wasn't
No, he was just on, I think he was working on Shameless at the time, but, because we know John Murray quite well, and it was just one of them where sometimes I'd try and get an actor, a celeb, or boxer, or whoever you could
Grandad came that day as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
But you, like you said, and the last time I bumped into you were coming out of Champs Camp.
Yeah, don't do anything like, you know what I mean, but just go for the fitness and all that, but I like Champs
Camp. Have you ever boxed
like
amateur or anything like that?
No, for balls now. I don't like getting punched, mate. No, I'm not daft. You know what I mean? What with these teeth? Are you mad? Doing these?
Well, it helped you for working the door.
I know, yeah. No, but I love that gym as well, because like I only live around the corner from it. But it's I really like that. It's just like a proper old like Rocky gym, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
When I go in there, I still get goosebumps because Champs Camp was the first gym to actually have the amateurs and the pros mixed together.
Yeah.
And when I was boxing them days, you know, pros didn't box with amateurs. It didn't happen.
When was that then? But in the 80s or
1990 to about 9. I started late, so about for 5 years, and that was the gym that started the transformation. It also started the transformation of boxing in Manchester, because prior to that he'd actually died a bit of a death, and then suddenly Champs Camp and Mustard and Collier's come along, and suddenly we became the hotbed for British boxing. The Northwest became, you know, Champs Camp produced something like, I think, 12 national champions in the space of 5 or 6 years, and Mustard and Collier's had produced Pat Barrett and Robin Reed, and you know, so it was just Arnie Farnell and Ricky Hatton and
Michael
all these
Gomez.
moving along, and Gomez. I mean, I always wanted to know what happened about that play that you wrote with him.
Oh, the film. It was a screenplay.
And why did that not materialise?
We got. it's a long story. I'm not even sure you want to hear it.
Briefly, go on, give us a bit. Because you were playing a part in it, wasn't you?
No.
Was you on the trailer?
No, it was the other guy.
Racist. It was the guy who played Lip. It was Jodie Latham.
Yeah.
We made a trailer.
Oh, Kelvin was in it as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kelvin was in it.
And Warren Brown did the voice, so
right.
he's smashing it now. He's
There's a host of stars in that, Lee. What it was, long story short, we did a trailer, which is what you do now to try and get the money for a film.
Yeah.
It never worked. They had 2 people come in interested. They were full of bollocks. It fell through twice, so it broke my heart twice. And I can't even talk about the Gomez story anymore because I put a lot of work into it. And it's probably too early to say, but there's another cat now that's picked it up a little bit, and they're saying this could work, this blah blah blah, and it might still happen. But we had a lot of people see.
Biographies, wasn't it? I think it was this year.
Yeah, John London, a friend of mine. I put them in touch. I put them together.
Oh, he's doing the Mustard and Collier story, isn't he?
He is.
100 years.
He's a really good writer. And he's from Moston, so he knows the area. He's like the most patriotic Mancunian I've ever met.
Because you're a southerner now, aren't you? You live down south.
I do. I live in London now, but you know I come home a lot. You know, I'm always here.
Is this where you're originally from?
Yeah, I'm from Fallowfield. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, just round the corner.
No, Rusholme originally. I was born in St Mary's, mate.
Oh, right.
Absolutely. Yeah, no.
But the play, let's get back to that a little bit. Absolutely cracking.
Thank you. I swear to God, we've had some dramas going through it though, you know, just trying to like rehearse and everything, because obviously Barney lives in London now. Like I'm still like in the Moss, but we just had to, you know, and he works, you know what I mean, and I work, so we're just like cramming in the rehearsals.
He come down to mine last week, didn't you? For
I was melting
3
before
days.
we went on stage, but
was that
today
the first time
right.
you performed it then?
Yeah.
Because you wrote it, didn't you, Barney?
Yeah. It's a part 2. We've done the first one.
So that was like a sequel, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we've nicked a few gags from the first one, but it was all new. And in the last one, there's about 5 people in it. This one, there's just me and him. So you've got 60 pages to learn between you, and there's no break. So we were absolutely cacking it, to be honest with you, before that tonight.
And was the chewing gum part of the act?
No, was it? Heck no. Luckily, we had a fresh one in my pocket, didn't we? But I think it's the teeth. It must have flown through the teeth, mustn't it?
Them rugby balls.
Yeah. So it just flew out. But luckily, I had another one in, and Barney sorted me out of a line just in case it did happen. He's obviously, I didn't take offence though, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, what are you going to hope to do with this then, Barney? Is you going to hope to take this on the road or something?
Yeah.
Because,
I've done a lot of stuff here at the Comedy Store. I love it. It's my favourite venue. Really love the Manchester Comedy Store. And we were going to just do one, but we've done this before where you do one and it's really good and then it fizzles out and you don't get around to it. So I don't know if you noticed we had some cameras there tonight.
Yeah,
so we've got it filmed professionally by 3 different cameras.
Not like me, you mean?
Yeah. Do you know what it's all locked off? And there's a lot of places. Ciaran goes to Galway a lot. He's got family from there. And they're really interested in it, and there's, I've got all around Ireland. Yeah. I've got
ace though, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got relatives in Donegal.
That'd be like a dream job. That
so,
would.
Yeah,
it wasn't just funny. It was hilarious. I mean, I don't think there was a moment where we weren't laughing, was there?
Yeah.
So
nice one, thank you.
We do say
we didn't get then all that.
we didn't get any publicity. We didn't do any. We had a few things that fell through, so we didn't get anything. Not even local papers. Nothing. Everything was just from word of mouth or social media. So we do say don't come if you're easily offended. It's not for the PC brigade. There's bits in it. There's some bits out. Some bits where the blokes are laughing, the women are going.
Yeah. Well, there's a few lines that even I was saying. I was like, man,
he's like, I'm not doing it.
I was like, and I'm not behind the door. But I thought, bloody hell.
It's kind of text jokes that after someone just died, you know, they all come out.
That's what I mean.
Too soon.
Yeah.
We were counting on at least 2 couples to walk out tonight. No one did. So.
No.
Well,
thanks for coming as well. Like that was, and then we knew as well that everyone in the crowd was like on our side as well, because like, you know, we got mates and family coming, so obviously that helped. So nice one for that as well.
And what I was going to ask is, obviously we know about that, but both being massive boxing fans, there's a massive fight coming up at the weekend with AJ and Klitschko. What do you reckon?
Yeah, there's gonna be a fight.
Go on then.
Oh, man, I can't see anything.
I haven't got a clue.
I can't see anything past AJ winning it. I just can't see any reason why a guy who got beat by Tyson Fury is now all of going to beat this machine of a man.
He's a machine, though, isn't he?
I like Fury, me though. I think he's.
I love Fury.
You know, I like how elusive he is and all that. I love it.
I didn't mean that disrespectful to Fury. I really like Tyson.
I loved all the build up to that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking quality, like. You know what I mean? I can't wait for him to like get back.
But for me, what I want to find out is, you know, like AJ's built like Bruno.
Yeah.
And muscles take up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And no one's took AJ into the latter rounds. Now, Klitschko is a big guy, you know what I mean? He's not going to be bullied by AJ, or I don't think he will be bullied by him. If he can take him into those later rounds, we're going to find out whether those muscles are actually useful or whether they're going to be a disadvantage. Yeah. So I think this is a real test. He's got to beat Klitschko to actually make sure that crown of his is deserved.
Yeah.
You know, Tyson went over there to Germany and did something that was unheard of. He beat him in his old back garden in Germany on points. Yeah. That doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
So AJ's got to do the same thing. He's got home advantage here. He's got to go out there and he's got to do it in style.
Do you not think it's all set up for like AJ to actually go the distance so they can see what he's about, so he can take a few shots? I don't think his people want him to win in 4 or 5 rounds, do they? They want him to take a few shots and everyone goes, see, he's got a chin, see, he could do 12 rounds.
Well, maybe so. I mean, I don't think anyone wants a fight to get to be hit and hurt, but you know, at some point you're in a boxing match and it's going to happen, isn't it? You know, you don't go swimming if you don't want to get wet. So you know, he needs to be tested. Dylan White tested him a little bit, didn't he, when he caught him? You know, I think this guy is still a test. He's still a big threat.
Yeah,
so it's one I'm intrigued
next week,
to
isn't it? Next week. That'll be good gear. That. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I mean, the safe money has to be AJ on point. If you were putting your mortgage, and you had to choose someone. You've got to go for that, haven't you? They want him to do the full rounds. He's going to win the fight. Let's be honest. He's going to win the fight, isn't it? I'm going to look silly now if he doesn't, but.
Well, this is why we all love boxing, because strange things happen in it, don't they? You know,
Tough,
who thought Buster Douglas would have KO'd?
It's like gladiators, isn't it? It's like it's the closest thing you can get to, like, you know, being in the Coliseum like these days. You know what I mean? Like for us punters, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like watching it like that excitement, you know, when it's like building up to it and all that.
You know, I mean, sometimes fights don't always live up to the expectations. You know, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the anticipation. Sometimes it's like Christmas, isn't it? You know what I mean? Sometimes you open all your presents, you're a bit disappointed.
Yeah, have Christmas in our house, do we?
I just hope it's not like Pacquiao and Mayweather. I honestly, I knew that was going to be boring. I swear to God, I watched it the next day. I just knew it was going to be boring.
Who's your favourite fighters out at present?
Oh God, so many, isn't there? At the moment, fighting right now, I love the Jackal. Absolutely love him. Carl Frampton.
Oh right, yeah.
Love him. I've always liked him. Never met him. Don't know what he's like. I've heard he's a nice guy. Yeah, I really like to love watching him.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. So, any of the Irish ones for me.
He just excites me. You know, you get boxers that excite you. He's one of them. And I really like Scott Quigg. And I wanted Scott Quigg to win because I knew him and I'd met him and he's local. But I was glad I couldn't lose on that fight because I like both fighters.
The only thing I felt that should have happened, that everyone would have been talking about it now instead of most people forget about the fight, is if they would have started it the way they finished it. Yeah. Those last 4 rounds were phenomenal.
I like Selby as well, because my mum's Irish and my dad's Welsh, so any Welsh connection or Irish connection.
I mentioned
have I mentioned?
Yeah, Selby's quality.
Yeah, both of them. The younger one, the younger brother. Reckoned to be the better out of the two.
I was watching that. What's the one where is it the SB thingamabob? And he fought Andrew Selby fought Mick Conlon, didn't he? And won. That's it. Yeah, WSB. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was quality. I like all them guys.
Amateurs.
Yeah.
It was over the 5 rounds.
So I was kind of like, I didn't really mind doing one then. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like Welsh and Irish.
You know when you did the Seconds Out TV show, who was your favourite guest?
Oh God, there's loads.
You don't even remember who the guest.
Who was your favourite boxing guest?
Done about 3 times as well. Space Cake.
Right.
Oh, boxing guest. Do you know what? There was too many. Because I don't know if you remember, it started out like a bit of a tin pot TV stuff, but as we went on, we did 4 seasons, and like the 4th one, it was brilliant. We used to decorate the studio. We had a ring and everything.
The one that I've used in part of one of my videos that I did of Alex Matbianco, and he's come into the studio, and then you've gone to his house because he's with Johnny
Rocco.
Rocco.
Yeah, well, I used to go to Bob Shannon's gym.
Oh, right.
So I've become pals with Rocco and Abdul Rashid and Andy Morris. There was loads of boxers at Bob Shannon's gym at the time. And I swear to God, I'd like to think. I remember one time having a word with Ricky Hatton in Mulligan's. We were all absolutely K-lied. And he, just after he had all these American promoters and Mayweather Senior that was fucking reciting poems at the press conference, it was all about him. I remember saying to Hatton, he was pissed, but I'd like to think he'd listened to a little bit of it. I said, man, what are you doing with these clowns? Get a local promoter. You've got all these local fans. You've got 30,000 people went over to America to watch you fight. And you're getting these Yanks that are fucking doing poems at the press conference. And he's like, oh no, he was a dickhead. So get Bob Shannon or Joe Gallagher or there's so many good promoters. And because I used to go to Bob's, I was like, come on. And I don't know whether that was like a subliminal. Is that the word? Subliminal? No, I'm gonna try that. Attempt that after Magnus. But I was buzzing when he chose Bob for like one of his.
That was a good one when he had Macklin and Jamie Moore on it. That was quality, after that brutal thing there. Yeah,
that was good. Yeah. What a fight!
It's nice. Travis as well. He's mates with Jamie Moore. He has the fire station in my side, so he has another gym there. Like that,
yeah, he's across the road from Champs Camp, isn't he?
Yeah, he was nearly in this tonight, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
but
forgot about that. Yeah, Jamie Moore and Macklin, because
that was a good.
One of the best fights I've ever seen. Yeah. To have them sat together, talking to each other like that, it was unbelievable.
Well, they just done it, haven't they? They went down a 10-year reunion.
Down
in Birmingham. They went down there and made a big show of it all and everything. And I just went to a show in Blackpool with Morales and Pereira. And they used to hate one another, proper hate one another.
They had fisticuffs at the bloody press conference and all that.
Well, they sat on the top table together, you know what I mean?
Right. It's not real though, is it? It sells tickets. None of that hatred's real, is it?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes I do think it was. But when they got offered a lot of money to come over here, they thought, well, why not? You know what I mean?
Froching Groves made a lot of money out of hating each other. So sometimes you think we know it's panto, don't we?
But that's what you need, though. Isn't
Course,
it? You need rivalry. If Chris Eubanks didn't have Nigel Benn and Nigel Benn didn't have Chris Eubanks, or Muhammad Ali didn't have Joe Frazier, you know what I mean? Would they still be remembered the way they are today?
That's it, and that's why when you see them having a reunion dinner, they're hugging each other. Of course they are. They both drive up in a Bentley on the night.
Steve Collins as well, liked him.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Well, he just phased everyone out, didn't he? With his headphones on and saying, "I'm gonna." he did Eubanks, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, and he was a giant as well. You know, like I've met both Ben and Collins. You know, since.
Yeah.
And I stand next to him, and they're not, you know, they're just average men. I stand next to Chris Eubanks, and he's a giant.
Yeah, he's
solid.
He's
back
solid.
On him, he's huge, and you think.
Carl Zaggy levered him though, didn't
Yeah, but it was, you know.
Levered him now. The Welsh, you can't beat the Welsh Wizards.
Yeah, but Robin Reid beat Carl Zaggy, never got the credit.
I went to Carl Zaggy Jeff Lacey for my 21st birthday, and that was the best birthday present I ever had. That. Yeah, the MEN, quality.
Well, that was
he was the underdog and
super noticed this overnight sensation who'd been a champion for 8 years already by then, and suddenly that's when everyone's like took Joe Kawasaki to heart. But you know, same with Chris Eubanks. Actually, it took Joe Kawasaki beating Chris Eubanks, and then him moving up to cruiserweight and getting beat before anyone like Chris Eubanks. It took him getting beat before people appreciated him.
Carl Thompson, wasn't it? The cat, he's from
the cat, he's a lovely guy, him.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Rated.
And you know, then you see Maurice Core down there at the gym.
Oh, Maurice, another top man.
What a giant he is.
Yeah.
He's scary. You know, I go into the gym there, you know, and big booming voice on him, you know, and I'm like, oh God. He said, I need a word with you. I thought, oh God, what have I done wrong here? You know, and then he put his arm around and went, how are you doing? I thought, God, thank God for that.
He was good mates with Naz, wasn't he?
Yeah, it could well have been. I'd say you know, I used to follow the boxing in them days. I used to follow my mate, Lee Whitehead, who was a pro at the time, and he was on some great undercards, but I don't remember any of them. Because I'd all been watching my mate, and then I'd get hammered, and then forget about everything else. So I enjoy my boxing much more now watching it because I'm sober.
Yeah, we do. We watch.
Speaking of being sober, I better go. You know, I've got relatives up there that they're getting kicked out. I better go.
I know. Yeah. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. So,
thanks, Lee.
What's going to happen with this then? Are we going to get to see it anywhere else?
So we've done the Comedy Store in Manchester. We're going to do London, Bangkok, Mumbai.
Can wreck the gaff. He's going to grab Paul down before he runs.
Can I just ask you before you go?
You guys left out.
Have you kicked everyone out?
Yeah, everyone's
Can I just ask you before you go? My granddaughter has been really ill in hospital. Can you just say get well, Rose?
Rosa. Rose.
Yeah.
Get well soon, lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can do it, Rose.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.